for women coming after this, but this has got the crowd going. 4x2. Blank lane in 3, India not making it, and in lane 6, Singapore not making the 4x2, although listed. Very strong start from a well-supported Russian team. This is Lobintsev setting them on their way. Russia, of course, the European record holders with 6:59.15. European silver, world silver 2 years ago. And going with the Russian, closest to us, Japan and the Netherlands. And that's in the form of Kobori and Dion Driessens. Has the Russian blown it too early? There's cool, calm heads in the middle of the pool where Denmark and Italy are placed. So racing in 3 parts of the pool. Over in lane 1 for the Russians. Then in the golden lanes, Denmark, Italy, and Japan and the Netherlands. And coming through, of course, the team of France.
This is going to be very tight. They all know they've got to be at their best to make it through to the final. Very close up the first 200 meters, and it's not the Russians in front. It's Japan. Dutch in close attendance, closest to us. Japan was Kobori. Driessens handing over to Stolk for the Netherlands. In for Japan. Amai up at the top for Russia. Krashnik is getting the cheers. They're your top 3 at the moment, but you can see the others lurking. Italy, watch out for them. They're in 5. It's the left-hand side of those golden lanes, the ones closer to us. Russia on the charge. Japan staying strong.
You know, this stadium isn't half full, and the noise is deafening. The clappers and the cheers from the Russians to the Russians sets a wonderful atmosphere inside this on the morning swims. The Russians in the form of Krashnik coming back into the lead. Amai and Stolk of the Netherlands. And 308s as well, but just behind the race. And again, door to door, it's helpful to have that race. The Russians are having to do it all on their own over in lane 1, as the team from Austria are struggling to hold this pace. In for the Russians then, Dovgalyuk. In for Japan, Ihara, and it's Just Reins for the Netherlands. Moving through for France, Loris Burelli. And of course, don't forget Dahl of Denmark doing a good job, and Damiano Lastinghi, again experienced relay swimmer for the Italians. We'll hand over, of course, to Magnini. Sure, we'll see again a showcase finish from the grand gentlemen of the Italian team. But the Russians over there in lane 0, the red hat halfway mark for Dovgalyuk.
Italy are going to need everything Magnini's got. Look at this, climbing out of the water. Dovgalyuk of Russia up at the top, and lane 0 and lane 9, not the best lanes to swim in. There's a tiny bit of water behind the other lane line. Swimming strongly closer to us, Just Reins. The Halla of Japan in close attendance. They're the top 2, and then France, and they're hanging on as well with Borelli, but the crowd are cheering for their man Dovgalyuk. He's putting a terrific leg now.
knows what he has to do, give a clear lead to the anchor man, Lobizov. But a good race between Denmark and Italy. The Italian coming through, as I said, at the end was stingy. A lot of finish. Russia, Japan, the Netherlands, France in close attendance. Magnini in for Italy in lane 5. A lot of work to do, as you say, James, but if there's anyone who can bring it back in the 4x2, it's Magnini. He seems to find something extra special for the relays.
It's gone out very quickly, though, Magnini. Russia over first. They've got 150 to go. All bidding for a place into tonight's final. 3 teams are better than 7:09. So this is going to be close. Magnini is chasing after the German time. 7:09.34. He's got his eyes on the Netherlands. Verschuren closer to us, just sitting, waiting. France coming up strongly with Clément Mignon from lane 7. It's now Russia, Japan with Dayesetto. France in 3rd. The Netherlands in 4th, and Magnini trying his best to bring Italy into this.
In the field at the moment, of course, Sebastian Verschuren, 5th place in the individual with a 1:45.9 and looking much like the swimmer that we knew a few years ago. Sure, he'll have something at the end of this as Lobuzov turns in the lead. And now the final charge. As you said, Magnini went out very fast and he's paying the price, as Anders Nielsen might even take the great Italian. Now Verschuren on the charge, getting into 2nd place against Seto of Japan. Seto, the flyer, in the 4x2. Verschuren will take this, and he might even take a dying Lobuzov, the Russian. Yes, the Netherlands comes through in 7:10 for the victory. What a swim for Verschuren.
Wow.
And 2nd place, 7:10.84, 1/100th of a second in it. Verschuren split 1:46.38. Morning swim for the Dutchman, looking good to take them forward.
Now remember, 7:09 the German time, but Netherlands, it's a slower heat this. 7:10 for the Netherlands, and Russia looked quicker than it was. So they may be the ones to make it. I'm not sure Japan have done enough. Everybody's looking to see who's in the final now. And there it is. Belgium are in. Netherlands and Russia from that heat, they're the only ones to progress. So all that effort for France, for Japan, didn't work. Japanese looking very glum at the end of that, thinking, well, how did we not make it through?
They can see the information. There's the type of takeovers. Quite safe for the 4x2, 2 feet on the block. A little slow there from Verschuren at the beginning, but he wasn't slow at the end, as he just nicked that from Russia with 1/100th of a second. And the team quite happy, as you now see what happened in that heat. 7:10, 7:10. Japan on 7:11.5. France with 7:12.6. The fight between Denmark and Italy ended up out at 7:13 over the whole event. And that means that the top 8 times for tonight's final in the 4x200 looks like this. Australia on top, United States with strength to come, Great Britain with James Guy to come into that team on 3rd place, and Belgium just making it through in 8th place.